Why does it cost so much to have my roof cleaned? A common question we're asked, and it does seem like quite an investment at first. On average, it costs about £20 to £30 to have your windows cleaned, and it probably costs around £100 to £150 to have your gutters cleaned. So in comparison to this service, it can seem like quite a lot when we say our prices start at £900 plus VAT to have your roof cleaned. Within this article, I'm hoping we could shed some light on why it costs so much and of course give you an indication of the price of your roof cleaning. Our business offers a standardised price list for services such as window cleaning, gutter cleaning, fascia and soffit cleaning. But that's because it's easy for us to formulate based on the size of your property. The issue we have in standardising a pricing structure for roof cleaning is that there are too many variables to offer a one-size-fits-all kind of pricing. So let's start off with the easy part. The most basic way that we can clean your roof is to use a scrape and treat. Essentially, this is a team of 2 roof cleaners working on your property. They'll bring all the equipment needed with 2 mobile scaffolding towers that they will build up to your gutter of the line of the property. They will then use specially designed scrapers to cut to the contour of your property's tile. Using extendable carbon fibre poles, they can start from the ridge tile of the roof and pull all of the moss downwards. They remove as much as possible from all of the tiles. The team will then bag up all of the moss and remove it from the site. Once the roof is clear of moss, we would then spray your roof with a label compliant 40% DDAC Biocide. Biocide is an excellent chemical. It will kill off all the remaining spores and lichen over some time. It will also restore the natural colour of the tile. This process takes time. We've seen results achieved back to the original state within 6 to 12 months, but it can take up to 2 years for the other roof surfaces to remove the most stubborn lichen. Early on, your roof will be moss-free. Some minor lichen marks can take time. Biocide works by clinging to the porous surface, and every time we have weather cycles of sun and rain, it will keep activating and cleaning your roof a little more each time. Sometimes we're asked, why are you more expensive than your competitors? And it's true, but that's so that we don't cut corners. Now, we're not suggesting that everyone out there who is cheaper does cut corners, but we know how long roof cleaning takes us to do, and it's safe and effective. We know our costs, and to make a decent profit and reinvest in our equipment, training and staff, we know the price that we need to charge. We won't walk directly on your roofs, on your tiles, and we won't work off ladders. We use cherry pickers if needed, as our employee safety is paramount. This, of course, can affect a quote by some margin. Another way to cut costs is using cheap or no chemicals after cleaning your roof. We always use a 40% DDAC label compliant biocide after a roof clean. It's costly, but it's the best chemical on the market to use to give the future protection needed to keep the moss from returning. Some other companies may use sodium hypochloride, aka bleach, which is very cheap in comparison, or they may even use a weaker mix of biocide than a 40% DDAC, which we recommend. Some companies may pressure wash a roof and not apply any chemicals, so moss will quickly settle in and return quickly. Another way that you could possibly get a cheaper quote is if someone was to pressure wash your roof with no safety in mind. We've witnessed other companies walking directly on roof tiles without protection, walking ridge tiles like they're walking on a tightrope in a circus. One small slip and it could be fatal. Lastly, we are as soft as possible while cleaning your roof. If a customer wants instant results, then we would use the method called steam cleaning. The jury is out on the term steam cleaning within the industry as to whether it is actually steam. We believe it's steam as we're using high temperatures at around 130 to 140 degrees, and at the boiling point of water is 100 degrees. It makes sense to us, but then we're not scientists. We're simply working on the statistics of the equipment and common sense. But regardless of temperature, one thing that is for sure is we use high temperatures and low pressure. This reduces the water usage, so the risk of flooding your roof is minimal and less likely to damage the tile surface. A pressure washer running at full tilt can be much quicker to get the job done quickly, potentially saving you money. You just run the risk of having your roof damaged in the process. If we were to steam clean your roof, you would have the instant wow factor and curb appeal. When we finish the job, your roof will be moss free, back to its original colour, and then we'll add the Biocide treatment to give it its future protection. So with all of that in mind, we hope you can see why we sometimes are a little bit more expensive than others. We now come to the critical question: how much does it cost to have my roof cleaned? The straightforward answer is it depends on your roof. We will indicate what it might cost to have your roof cleaned, and once you have the following info, you might be able to work out some ballpark figures for yourself. A standard 2 to 3 bedroom semi/detached property with no extensions or dormer style windows will probably be £900 to £1,200 plus VAT to scrape and treat. If it's a more period property, it may be higher if the tiles look fragile or the roof in general is more expensive than modern properties. If your property is as previously, but you'd like us to steam clean it, depending on how mossy your roof is and how large it is, the price for us to give you instant results and future protection will be between £1,200 and £2,000 plus VAT. A standard 4-bedroom detached property with no extensions or dormer with straightforward access around the property for a scrape could be from £1,200 to £2,000 plus VAT, depending on the roof size and tile type. A standard 4 to 5 bedroom detached property to steam clean will be from £2,000 to £3,000 plus VAT, again depending on the roof size and access. A larger 5 to 6 bedroom property, good access could be £2,800 to £4,000 plus VAT for a scrape and treat. Larger 5 to 6 bedroom properties steam cleaned could be £3,000 to £5,000 plus VAT, depending on the size of the roof and the amount of moss that we need to remove. To keep it simple, the above are probably the price ranges that we clean the most, but what can affect the price is a few of the following. Dormer style windows. Now these can make it more tricky for us to access the roof for a scrape and steam. If you have more, you may expect a few £100s on top for a few dormers. Extensions. Extensions can be right against neighbouring properties. Some extensions have pictures of roofs that angle into other parts. Extensions can make certain parts of the roof tricky to gain access to. Tile type. If you have a flat tile that could access all the way around, you'll be on the lower end of the price quoted above. Access. We can get to many roofs via our scaffold and towers, but sometimes we need an access machine to get to parts of the roof safely. It will incur more cost to cover the hire of the device. Hire cost is in the region of £400 to £700 per day plus VAT. We hope the above gives you some insight into the factors contributing to how much does it cost to have my roof cleaned. We're always here via email or phone if you need any further questions answered or require a more specific quote. If you'd like to talk to us today, then please fill out your details on the short form below.